Hi, it's Anthony Welsh again. Today's topic is being frustrated while living with a normal person while having OI. I lived with my brother for lots of years, and I've learned that I wasn't able to do most of the things he could. We lived about 2 minutes away from a park, and when I was 4 and he was a little bit older, he always got on his bike and raced across the street after looking both ways, of course, ran across the street and went straight to the park. Whereas I was stuck on the stoop, either the stoop or the backyard. And the reason why is I didn't know my limitations, and I would always want to push them to the brink where I would break an arm or a leg or something else. What frustrated me the most was he got to go do that even though he was older. I wasn't able to do that because I didn't know my limitations. Because if I did something wrong, I'd end up in the hospital, guaranteed. That was the most frustrating thing any 4-year-old or 10-year-old could ever feel. It feels like you're in a box, like you can't do nothing. Only a few things you can do, but you just want to go ride a bike with your brother, climb a tree, push each other around. But when we did do the pushing around, wrestling, mimicking WWF, all those times on our beds, there was a chance I could break. Luckily, I didn't do that, and luckily my mom didn't know. But that's what we used to do, is play WWE on our beds. Thankfully, I didn't break. I'm really happy about that. The other thing is, when you got older, as we got teenagers, he got to go farther. We moved a lot, but we moved into a little community. The community was about 20 acres, and our neighbors are right across the street. He could go there. He could go even further down the street to the corner store, where I couldn't have done that even though I was 11, 12, 13. That frustrated me the most. On top of, in that time span, I also ended up in the wheelchair as well, which added a lot more confinedness, completely confinedness. Whereas I used to be able to walk across the street to my friend's house, up the steps inside the house. Now I'm in a wheelchair. They don't have a ramp. I wouldn't be able to go over and see my friend across the street, or anybody's, because most people only have stairs. So we were the only house that had a ramp at that time. Us and an older person, but that's besides the point. I was young, I wanted to be free, but I was always trapped under the fact that I have OI. If I do this, I could die mentality. Mind you, at that time, I was like, you only live once. But guess what? You do only live once. But if I knew my limitations a little bit more, I wouldn't have ended up in the wheelchair like I said in the last video. But I am. And pretty much it sucks. It just downright sucks having OI. It does. It's frustrating. You just want to punch the wall. But trust me, the wall's going to win. And that's today's video. Stay tuned and I'll make another one.